All right, so we are recording. So welcome to our Sunday night planning. I am so happy to be back on here tonight. I feel way better than I did last week. And I need this. Like, I feel like I've been a little off or out of it, so I totally need this. So before we actually start with our planning, I do want to give you a couple of reminders. The purple camo burn ends tonight. It said get it before they run out by Sunday night. So whether they run out or not, I don't know. But if you were thinking of getting that, or you had somebody that was interested, you've only got a few hours left. The other thing I want to make sure you know about, and we'll talk about it a little bit more in the planning, is the free Sculpt with Experience ends on the 13th. So that's for everybody and anybody that orders that pack. That's free Sculpt and free shipping. So it's super, super gifty, it's a super easy thing to reach out to people with. So anyway, we'll talk about that a little more. Those are the two things I want to make sure you know. And then just a little plug just for my team. Don't forget we have our local this week on Thursday food drive. So, all right, with that, I found this cute little thing earlier. I thought it was so good. It's supposed to be a scavenger hunt for kids, but I thought this would be a good way for us to do our gratitude tonight. So it's a gratitude scavenger hunt. So I'm going to name off some things, and you don't have to, obviously, they're not all maybe going to be something you would think of. But if you were to go out and find something that would fit this category, it could be something that you're grateful for. So something outside that you enjoy looking at. Maybe go find something that is useful for you. Maybe find something that is your favorite color that you're grateful for. Find something you know someone else would enjoy. Something that you could be great. This is our grateful scavenger hunt. So we're finding these things in our head. Find something that smells amazing that you're grateful for. Find something that makes you feel safe, or someone that makes you feel safe that you're grateful for. Find something that is unique to you that you are grateful for. And again, you don't have to come up with all of these, but I'm just going to read them all off to you since we're together. Find something that makes you laugh. Find something in the night that you enjoy. Find something in the morning that you enjoy, that you are grateful for. Find a friend or a pet that you love spending time with. That cracks me up. They put friend and pet in the same line. Of course, it was originally made for kids, so maybe that's why. Find your favorite place to spend time alone that you are grateful for. Something that reminds you of people that you love that you are grateful for. Or just simply a place that you absolutely love that you are grateful for. So those are just some ideas. So I'm going to give you just a couple minutes to write down, 5 to 7 things you're grateful for that you could actually go on a scavenger hunt and go find those places or those things. I'm going to write mine down real quick too. I like that. I've been doing the gratitude every morning. And then you're like, what are you grateful for over the last 24 hours? But that was, all my answers are like so all over the board and random. It's kind of fun that that's totally different. Okay, so I hope you have your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in front of you, or your paper, whatever it is that you do. I also highly encourage you to have a second device tonight, because we're going to look up a couple of reports so that we have some names to put on our sheets. So my thought tonight is that, well, it's the thought every power planning, that we'll spend 30 minutes together, give or take a few, and we'll get ourselves prepped and ready for the week. So the first thing I want you to do on your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is write down on the days of the week anything that you already know is happening. So for example, every Monday night I have a Dream Team Zoom. So I have that on my calendar. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we have corporate calls, the Lavelle Lives. So I have those on my calendar. This Friday is an auto ship day, so you definitely want to have that on your calendar. And like I said, for my team, we have our local / food drive this Thursday, so you guys will want to have that on your calendar. And then I'm probably forgetting something somewhere, but you kind of know. And the reason I want you to go ahead and get all these important events, whether it's a call or auto ship, get those on your calendar is because that's how we're going to start structuring our week. So for example, something that I don't know that we think about a lot or that we talk about a lot on these, tomorrow night is my team Zoom. So I specifically have it written down, and then in parentheses, I wrote myself a note and said I reach down to my first 4 levels. So a lot of times when I'm doing reach outs, I'm just thinking customer, 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 customer. But what I'm challenging myself here to do is think about my first 4 levels of promoters, because here's the thing. Of my first 4 promoters, the people that will show up on my Zoom tomorrow, they don't need me to remind them. They don't need me to invite them. I already see your faces. You'll be there tomorrow because it's your business and it's what you do. But I can go into those first 4 levels, and there's going to be a bunch of people that have never been on a Zoom, and they may never come to a Zoom. That's fine. But I'm going to take the time to shoot them a quick message tomorrow, ask them what they've been up to, how's it going. And obviously I'm going to be targeting this to the non-promoting promoters or the promoters who have kind of fallen off the face of the earth. Letting them know there's some really exciting stuff going on with the company, some promotions, and that if they could hop on tomorrow night, they can get all that information. So I'm going to challenge you, if you have something in your team, whether it's you that's hosting it or your upline or sideline, somebody's hosting something within your team, put that on your calendar and let's spend the next few minutes. I'm sure you have somewhere between 5 and 10 people that you could write down who are promoters. Whether they're active or not, they are promoters on your team. So they would have a promoter account. So you could actually go into your cloud office, go to your team reports, your sponsorship downline report, and start looking for through your first 4 levels. Who are the people who you want to poke a little bit, like, poke the bear, like prod them, find out what's going on. What have they been up to? Do they know we've got some big promotions going on right now in the company? Because you guys, they don't read the emails. They don't pay attention to the post on Facebook. They might be in your team page or your team group, but they might not be doing anything. So let's do that really quick. Let's go into our first 4 levels. So you're going to go into your cloud. Oh, I couldn't find mine all of a sudden. You're going to go into your cloud. You're going to get into your My Team button. You're going to go to sponsorship downline. So it's going to populate level 1 immediately. So you can look at this a couple different ways. Like I like to, usually when I'm going through and checking volume, I'll say, level 1, and instead of sorting it by promoter number, which is what it defaults to, I'll go in and do it by current QV, which is their qualified volume. Because you can go in there right now and you can do it by rank, current PV, which is personal volume. That's when you definitely will sort by near the end of the month. Who's qualified, who's active. Those are the different ways that you can look at that. So I typically do it by qualification volume, because again, the people who pop up typically in the first, that first screen that you can see, those are the ones working their business. Now, doesn't always mean they're coming to the Zooms though, or coming to the corporate calls, or coming to your locals, or whatever it is that's happening. So those are the people that I want you to start, jot some of these names down. Who can you reach out to tomorrow and the next day? And think about this. So for my team, you guys have a Zoom you can invite people to tomorrow. By Tuesday, you've got a corporate call you can be inviting people to. All week, you can be inviting people to the local or the corporate call. So you had a lot of reasons to reach out to your team. So let's take a couple minutes. It's 7:09 according to my clock on the computer. So we're gonna go till 7:12, and we're gonna write down names of promoters, non-promoting promoters, whatever you want to call them, that you want to get either onto a corporate call, at your event, just on your daggone team Zoom, something. You want to make some sort of connection with somebody that's fallen off the face of the earth. Don't forget, I'm encouraging you to go to your first 4 levels. So don't just stop at your level 1s. And yes, that might mean that, like in my case on my team, 2 of us might contact this person tomorrow or tonight or whenever. That's okay. Maybe they'll take that as a sign from the big man that they got contacted twice and it's time for them to get their brain back in the game. And just so you know why we're looking at names, I'm not encouraging you to pull teeth or to drag people with you by any means. I just want you to find those people who kind of promote, kind of don't. Maybe they were on fire, maybe they dropped off. You're just basically throwing out the invitation to encourage them to reconnect. I don't want you to wrap your mind around, hey, I sent them a message, why aren't they on the Zoom? Or I sent them a message, why didn't they show up to the local? That's not what this is about. We have an excuse to reach out to them, and we're going to make the attempt to connect to them. Just like when we reach out to customers about random things, we are just trying to stay in front of those people. I can't remember if it was on our planning Zoom or if it was on one of our Dream Team Zooms, but Becca Doak, I'm picking on you. She was a person who I always kept on my list. And I know her direct upline always, all of her uplines kept her on the list. And we never just let her drift far, 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 far away. And look, she's on the Zoom tonight. So that's the purpose of reaching out to these people. It's just to remind them that you're there. You still think about them. You still wonder how they are. You still care about them. And you just want to make sure you're keeping that connection open. So, so again, yes, I think the majority of your time should be spent on building business, new business. But I also know there's a lot of people who are already in your business who sometimes just need encouraged to come back in. All right. All right, so, 7:13. All right, I'm already a minute late. I feel like we just started, I'm already late. Okay, so those are the people who you're going to, those are the people who are already promoters, right? They're already in your team. What I want you to look at now, excuse me, I want you to go into your Cloud Office again. We're gonna go to the My Team button again. We're gonna click My Customers. We're gonna scooch it over, like take the graph over, and up at the very top, you've got all those, referred by, phone verified, last order. I want you to go to that last order button. I want you to click it twice. Okay, and that's going to show you who's ordered from you most recently. And then it's gonna, it's gonna take it down that way. So what I want you to do, anyone who's not ordered from you in the last 3 months, that's a lot of people. I mean, for me, I shouldn't say that. I don't know what your report looks like, but I know for me it's a lot of people. So anybody on my report who has not ordered in the last three months, I'm going to use the corporate calls for Tuesday, the corporate calls for Thursday, or if they're local, like physically local to me, I'm going to use my team local that we're having. But these are some people who I want to go through, and I'm going to write down names. And don't overthink it. Don't be like, yeah, but I don't think she liked the shake that day. I don't think that, I thought she thought the stickers were weird. Don't do that. Just put them in order and then scroll back over to the names and just start writing those names on your sheet of paper, okay? So don't overthink it. Just start writing some names on these I don't know, these could be follow-ups, reach outs. I guess it depends. If it's been 3 months, it's maybe a follow-up. If it's been 2 years, it's probably considered a reach out. I don't really care where they fall on your graph, just as long as you're talking to these people. So why I'm saying it doesn't matter exactly when they ordered last, and we just want to write down their name. Like, okay, I'm cheating because I'm obviously using my own sheet. So I could write down this girl, Tori. I'm gonna write her name down. In the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't need to write her name down because she's pregnant. That's why she's not doing this right now. Blah, 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 blah. I could do that, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to write her name down. Tomorrow, I'm going to go find her on Facebook. I'm going to scroll through the last couple of days of her life. or whatever she shared, and I'm going to send her a message. Not about Thrive. I'm just going to send her a message. Okay. So yes, we are sorting these people because we have their names and we've done business with them before. And we're contacting people we haven't done business with at least in 3 months or more. But it's not so we can go in and be like, oh, okay, Angel, I know last time you said the shake was gross, but I need you to know it's not. It's not that. You're just writing their name down, and then you're going to peek on them a little bit, and you're going to shoot them a message. And again, we're just reconnecting. So I'm going to be quiet for a few more minutes. So just start filling in these names. You guys, what's so good about planning this out now? Especially because so tomorrow when I go to do these reach outs and I just see this person's name, I don't have to think about anything. I just have to be like, hey, what's she been up to? Oh, awesome. They put their Christmas tree up over the weekend. I'm going to shoot her a message and tell her how pretty it is. That's it. I'm going to move on with my day, right? I'm not having to like come up with the right words or all that jazz. I'm just sending a message. So let's start writing some names. Anybody that's just popping on, we are going through customers who have previously ordered but have not ordered it, who have previously ordered from us. So they're in our cloud office, but they haven't placed an order in the last 3 months or more. And we are just writing down their names because they are people we are going to shoot messages to this week about life. Just, hey, how are you? How you doing? And this is a super easy way to get your sheet filled out and make your life just check, 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 check all day. Okay, so I want you guys to keep writing down names, but I did, while you're writing down names, I'm just going to try to like drip some ideas into your head. So I did just a real quick Pinterest search for conversation starters, because I think sometimes that's where people get stuck. And again, if you are connected with them on social media, it's getting to be the time of year where even people who don't post are posting because it's family and holidays and decorating and all this stuff. So, but maybe you're like, oh my gosh, this person hasn't posted. Like I have some people who all they do is share funny memes. They never make a single post about their life. So those people, sometimes I'm like, well, I don't even know what to talk to them about. So anyway, I did this real quick search on some conversation starters, and some of these would be maybe not appropriate because this might be like something that would be like a complete utter stranger at like a cocktail party, but whatever. I'm just going to throw out some ideas, kind of get your brain going. So what they call some openers. Tell me about you. Well, okay, that's a little awkward for your Facebook friend, but you could be like, hey, I was trying to search your Facebook to see what you've been up to. What's going on with you? Right? So you don't have to be like, because you just share memes and I know nothing about you, but you can just even say, your name popped up on Facebook again today and I was peeking around to see what I could find out, what's going on in your life. What's happening? What's your story? Basically the same thing. What do you have a personal passion project that you're working on right now? Again, that's a little uppity for like a cocktail party, but You could be talking to somebody like, what are you working on right now? What's going on? Like, what are you passionate about? What's happening in your life? You know, could be kids, family, job, whatever. Or are you working on anything exciting lately? How do you know the host? So that one is obviously for like a party, and you guys, I'm sure you've seen this, but two people who you think there's no way that they could know each other for any reason whatsoever. And you see they comment on something on Facebook and you're like, well, how do you know her? So ask, just reach out and ask. I saw you, I don't know, you were tagged in so-and-so's friend. She and I went to college. How the heck do you know her? Like, again, it's just an idea for a question. Have you ever been to an event like this before? So maybe when you see somebody tagging them, like, you know how people can go on Facebook and say, I'm interested in an event, or they RSVP to the event. You just like, hey, have you gone to that before? Do you know, is that fun? We were thinking about going, but I didn't know. Or maybe it's a brand, like it's the first annual, have you done something like that before? Or if you see someone has tagged themselves like at an event, or they're in a picture at an event, you know, what was it like? How was that fun? We thought about going, but we didn't make it this year. What was the highlight of your day today? That's probably gonna be somebody you're having a conversation with already. Oh, my phone's talking to me. What are you doing this weekend? What's your favorite thing to do on the weekends? What's your favorite restaurant around here or / around there? So if you're gonna be traveling, going someplace, you know, maybe you know that this person lives closer to downtown Cincinnati and you're gonna grab lunch with a friend next week. You know, hey, I know you live down there. What's the new hot place? You know, we're up here in Lebanon. We don't know. We don't know these things. Maybe they're into sports. You can ask them about sports. Like, who are you keeping up with? Like, who's winning the league or whatever they're into. This is a good one too. Like, so if you've ever been out like with friends and they have other friends with them and you're having dinner, you know, so all this food looks really great. I'm not sure what to get. What are you thinking? What have you tried before? Again, just getting someone's opinion of anything. People, we all have opinions and we all love to share them. Here are some conversation starters around holidays. This one says specifically to Christmas. I was trying to avoid this. Okay. How does your family celebrate? Do you travel? Do you stay home? Do you have 8 Christmases? Do you have 1? Sorry. Best Christmas memory you've had. What's the ideal Christmas for you? And again, it could be Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, whatever. Dang it. There's some for Halloween, but we miss those. All right. Okay, so those are just some ideas, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back into our cloud. I am so sorry. I'm going to cough one more time, I think. Dang it. We're going to go back into the cloud. We are going to go back to our customer report. This time, so you're going to go to my team, my customers. We're going to scroll back over there to that last order. This time we're only going to hit it once though. And there's going to be all kinds of names that do not have a single order date next to them. These are people who are in your system. You've never sold anything to them. And that's okay, because that just means they're all potentials. Now, when I look at my list, some of these names, I don't know them. They're clearly a referral from a customer. But what I do know about them is I have their email. So if I've not actually connected with them on Facebook or Instagram, I do have their email. So I do still have the ability to reach out to them for something, right? These are the ones to me that sometimes is a little more awkward, because you're not going to be able to stalk them on Facebook and see that they, I don't know, went to the pumpkin patch last weekend, right? But these again are people who you want to connect with. And so the thought that I had this week, over the next few weeks actually, that I want to do with this list of people is I want to specifically email them maybe a quick recipe that would, because so where that's coming from, my mindset is that it's coming to the holidays. Things are getting crazy. I mean, I see several faces that we were at Kroger today. It was like Santa Claus is coming tomorrow, for the love of Pete. So stuff is already crazy busy. So people are already like scatterbrained. They're already thinking, So I thought for these people, I would just start trying to drip them some information. So a quick dinner recipe idea, a quick health tip, like maybe just a little, like a little reminder to drink their water, or a little reminder that it's like cold and flu season. So if, you know, if they got a sore throat, they could drink some hot tea. Just something little like that, that connects them to me, that I gave them something useful, something thoughtful, but it's not about Thrive. Does that make sense? So again, those are the people who you've never sold anything to, and you might not ever sell anything to them still. However, let's say this girl, I didn't know her name. I got this lady by the name of Christy. I don't know. She's out of NZ. What's that? New Zealand. I've got a customer on my account out of New Zealand, everyone. That's probably a mistake. But she's actually on my list. That's hilarious. Okay. So anyway, so I've got, obviously this is an excellent example here. Never met this lady. I don't know who she is. I have her email though. I'm going to be the friendly Thrive girl. I'm not going to call myself that, but you know, hey, thanks so much for being on my mailing list. Things are getting crazy here in the States. I guess for her, I will say, for the holidays. And I know for me and my family, any kind of meal that I can whip up really quick is super helpful. So we tried this recipe this week. It's so great. I just wanted to share it. Done. Now, obviously, she and I don't know each other. Some of these people we do. So that's just something nice I did for them, right? And then maybe in a couple weeks, I'll send out, I don't know, some fun recovering from the holiday, whatever. Eventually, they may buy from me, but even if they don't, when they hear from somebody, like they got a friend that's complaining and bitching and moaning and whatever else, they're like, you know, you should call that Tammy girl. She sends me emails. She sells some crap that's supposed to make you feel better. You know, that's exactly how those conversations go with people, right? So what I want you to do now is, for me specifically, I'm putting these names in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this week, because after Thursday's local and food drive for us, I'm going to kind of switch my focus to that. So I'm going to write these people's names down for later in the week for my reach outs. And so because we're running close to time, I'm going to just give you that idea and you guys can start writing down names. But the other thing I want to make sure that you don't forget to do this week, because it is on Friday, is your auto ship customers. So just in case you don't know how to do it, again, we're going to go into the cloud. We're going to go into my team. We're going to go to my customers. This time at the very top, we're going to go to it's the furthest column on the right. It's the next auto ship button. You're going to hit that twice, okay? And that's going to populate. So you're going to start seeing your December 5th auto ships, your November 25th, and then the ones that we need to focus on, your November 15th. Anybody that is scheduled for a November 15th auto ship, make sure you get them on your list. I would suggest tomorrow. Like, I just started off early. And here's why I'm going to say this, and it can go both ways. I have a couple people who are supposed to get auto ships on the 15th. However, if they pause their auto ship this month, they go ahead and order before the 13th, and they order their 3 steps as an experience pack with Sculpt, they're going to get Sculpt for free and free shipping. So yes, I will lose the auto ship. So if I'm trying to get my refer to, or if I'm trying to get auto elite, maybe not the best move. However, if you're my customer, you're probably going to love me because I'm going to save you shipping and get you a free product. Okay, so think about that. And I'm all for, like, you know, definitely refer to. Oh, true. Well, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right, Laura. Will still count for refer to because they would still order it as an auto ship. Thank you. It just wouldn't count for like the elite auto ships or the auto ships for trips, right? Is that what I'm thinking? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So here's the reason that I say I feel like you should do this. Number one, if you were the customer, you would be so ticked if somebody did not save you some cash, especially this time of year. Anytime, we talk about this all the time, there's no such thing as a spare customer. So anytime you can be like, oh my gosh, I'm the best promoter ever, because instead of letting you wait till the 15th, we're going to get your order in on the 13th. You know, maybe money's an issue and they can't do it too soon, but you got to start reaching out. And so I already sent this message out to people who are going to, we've already paused their auto ship for the 15th and they're going to put their order in. So they're going to get the free product, which again, it's kind of like that, I hope I don't offend people, but it's like that drug dealer thing. Like, we're going to give it to them for free this month. They're going to get their Sculpt for free. and then they're going to love it, and then they're going to order it and order and order. So yes, this one time they're going to get it for free, and you're going to lose maybe your Elite Auto or whatever. But now next time when they order their 3 steps, they're going to be ordering 4 steps. So your volume just went up. So I highly encourage you to reach out to anyone that's supposed to go on the 15th. Let them know that if they want to run it a couple of days early, you can get them free shipping and free sculpt. And that's a perfect excuse to reach out and talk to them, and also be like the stellar salesperson that they don't even know that you're that awesome yet. Okay, so I think that's all I have. Like, that's all my notes. That's all my notes. Well, the only other thing that I wrote down, so again, connected to that free sculpt and free shipping, that's for anybody. It's not just a first-time customer or something. It's for anybody. So when you're doing some of these conversations tomorrow with your promoters who've dropped off the face of the earth, or they're ordering sporadically, or you talk to some of the people who haven't ordered in the last 3 months, I'm not suggesting you lead off with this, but once you start that conversation, you've got until the 13th, which is not a ton of time, but if you can get a conversation going Monday or Tuesday, you could then throw out by Tuesday or Wednesday, you know, hey, have you thought about getting back on, you know, hey, it's, I don't know, it'd be something like, it's so funny, we've been talking to each other this week because I got information that, you know, if you want to get started back on Thrive, they're doing a free product and free shipping. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. Again, I don't encourage you to lead with that, but if you start chit-chatting with them tomorrow and Tuesday, you've got enough time to throw that in. So anyway, that's all my information. Does anybody have questions or ideas or anything that I'm forgetting to remind people of? Again, purple camo is supposedly going to be done tonight. Anyone? Hopefully, you guys, I know the faces I see, I know you guys don't know how to do this, but maybe those of you that are watching, hopefully tonight you are learning a little bit more about how to use your customer report. There's a lot of capabilities to your customer report in your Cloud Office. The other thing I want to throw out to you is if for some reason you want to dig a little deeper, you do have a thing called a sponsors report. So you would actually go to your cloud, go to the report button, and then click the sponsors report. The sponsors report is a lot of information, and it's really, really in-depth. I think with something like this, you're best just to stay on your customer list, but I know some people, their brains just work better. And so you might actually like your sponsors report better because you can filter it some different ways. So just know there's 2 places where you can really get in, get the names, phone numbers, emails, all that stuff. But just know you already have a bunch of people in your Cloud Office that you've probably forgotten about. Or in my case, that are from New Zealand, you've never met a day in your life, and they somehow have an account. So use those names that are already in your Cloud Office to keep building your business. There's never going to be a day that you legitimately run out of people to talk to. There's just no way. There's too many people on this earth. So anyway, that's what I have. Thank you a million times for being here tonight. Hopefully you guys have your sheets prepped and ready for the week, and you can hit the ground running. If you need anything, let me know. And then Dream Team, I'll see you guys back tomorrow night for our Team Zoom. Bye.